Alright guys, welcome back to Kawasaki Prairie Restoration Part 3. On this video we're going to be fixing the carburetor once and for all. I've got a new mixture screw and a new float and a new pilot jet, which should take care of any possibility of that bogging at like quarter throttle. And then I've also got a new seat cover that I'd like to throw on it, and just want to paint up a few little things here and there that are a little bit rusty, so just so it looks a little bit nicer for getting it ready for sale. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I've forgotten where we left off. I think we're still on part 3. Long story short, after I cleaned out the carburetor, I tried to start it back up again and it wouldn't start. Fiddled around with it forever, and I just couldn't even get, a puff or anything, any sort of fire. Took the plug out. I was still getting spark, although it was like really bright spark, which I thought was kind of weird, but it was spark, so I kept fiddling with it, and eventually I decided it must be a fouled plug. So just for a whim, I went to the auto parts store, got a plug, stuck it in, and it started right up. So that's the first time I've had a spark plug spark and not be fouled, but apparently it can happen. So it runs good now until it gets warmed up, which I find very strange. It's like I can start it up right now and it won't bog at quarter throttle. It'll sound good, but as soon as it gets pretty warm, it starts doing the boggy thing again. So going off of the fouled spark plug and the fact that it seems to want to die and run crappy when it gets hot, I'm thinking it might be a coil. So I ordered a new coil, and it should be here tomorrow. But in the meantime, I wanted to clean this thing up a little bit and get it looking a little bit nicer. So what I want to do is paint up the hubs there that are all rusty and disgusting looking. You can see there. I think painting those up will look really nice, a nice touch. I might do the wheels. I think I can just clean them real nice and they'll look okay, because I'd rather not paint them if I don't have to. Probably do the racks as well. The back, well, it's a little rusty. The front is also a little crummy. I don't know. I might take this gun rack off, maybe not. It's a good hunting four-wheeler. And then I'm also going to do a seat cover. I bought a seat cover for cheap. Gonna give it a quick pressure wash and then get to work painting things up. One other thing worth noting is I actually figured out that the jingling, rattling kind of sound is actually this heat shield. It's the heat shield on the exhaust pipe. It rattles. See if I can wiggle it. It moves back and forth quite a bit, and at that certain RPM, kind of resonates and rattles real loud. So I'm going to take that off. I think I can just put some washers around the screws and it'll hold it tight to the exhaust pipe, and then that rattle will be gone. So that'll be something else I gotta fix today too. Okay, so like, I don't know how many hours later, got my hubs painted beautifully, and I've got a new seat cover on. I think it looks a lot better than it did. It's always like the subtle details that can make you like look at a four-wheeler like this and be like, ew, at first glance. But getting that all covered up black looks nice. I think I'm just gonna leave these footy things. They're just gonna wear back off anyway if I paint them. And I don't really have any good paint to paint them with. The racks, I'm still debating. I think I'm just gonna leave them because it took forever to do this. And I think if I paint the racks, then the whole handlebar cockpit area is gonna look even worse. I think it'd just end up looking kind of weird with nicely painted racks and faded plastic and switches and levers on the handlebars. Plus, I think whoever's buying this is just gonna be looking for a cheap quad to get some work done or go hunting with or something like that. So yeah, that's gonna be all for it looks wise. So I'm really not sure how long this video has been going. If it's getting kind of long, I'm gonna put the placing the coil and fixing the exhaust in next video. If not, we're gonna switch to that. So if this is the end, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next part, and I'll see you all then.